practicing endocrinologist. Welcome to Diabetes University channel. Here you can learn and improve your skills to take care of your own diabetes. Continuous glucose monitoring, like Dexcom, is a revolutionary technology in monitoring patients' sugar and improve patients' quality of life. Studies also show that the A1C has improved and the rate of low sugar has reduced, just simplified by wearing a continuous glucose monitoring device like Dexcom. Dexcom G6 is my favorite in comparison to previous generation. It makes everything so easy and less technical, but you can also make it more technical. You can share the data with your doctor, your loved ones, and also view it on your smartwatch. It also works with some insulin pump, like Tandem T-Slim 2 pump, which automates the basal insulin delivery, including delivery up to 1 unit per hour, automatic correction boluses. Again, Dexcom is my favorite because of its accuracy. Accuracy is extremely important for sugar testing since patients are based on it to treat. The accuracy is so much better in comparison to other competitors. However, I still have some patients complaining of the accuracy. To them, it is the different number from finger stick. Today, I'm going to mainly discuss the reasons which causes the discrepancy between the finger stick and the Dexcom. If you would like me to talk about how to deal with the false alarms, please subscribe and leave comments below, so you will not miss when I post a video. Also, if you know some other reasons which affect your Dexcom G6 accuracy and you resolve the problem, please also leave your comments down below. Now, let's dive in. The first reason which causes the discrepancy between the finger stick and the Dexcom is that they are checking different things. Finger stick checks the sugar in the capillary or the mixture of arterial and venous blood sugar. Dexcom, like other CGM devices, checks the sugar in the interstitial fluid. Interstitial fluid is the fluid environment cells are embedded, living. The sugar in the blood and the sugar in the interstitial fluid has very high correlation, but the sugar in the interstitial has a time lag if sugar is changing or being changed in the blood. Here illustrate the sugar changes after a meal in the blood and in the interstitial fluid. Such a situation can also eating a meal after giving insulin. The lag time is usually 10 to 20 minutes. Therefore, if you check your sugar after a meal using finger stick and a Dexcom, you will see the rising sugar first using finger stick, and then you will see on Dexcom. The difference can be as high as 100, depending how fast and how much your sugar is rising. So what to do about it? First, need to understand the intrinsic difference between the finger stick and the Dexcom when you see them, so you will not be so alarmed. Second, when you treat yourself high sugar or low sugar, you take the lagging time into the consideration. If you want me to make a video to discuss more details on more specific recommendations, how to deal with the lagging time, please leave comments below and subscribe to my channel so you will not miss if I post the video. So are certainly welcome to share your strategies, and I might share to other patients. Number 3, it is also very important to take into the trend error into consideration. If more people would like to learn more about how to deal with Dexcom's error information, I will make another video too. Then, it is also very important to try to make treatment decisions based on pre-meal sugar. Reason number 2. I want you to realize the fact that the same machine tests the same sample multiple times. Each time, you will have a different number. I also want you to realize another fact. Same sample being tested by a different machine, you will have different numbers. You might ask, how big the difference is too big? This has to be determined by complicated statistics calculations. Here we are not going to get into it. For home sugar testing machines like a glucometer, Dexcom CGM usually allow 15% up or down from the gold standard venous blood sugar testing by laboratory. Let me give you an example. Let's say at one moment your real sugar is 100. The finger stick testing is considered accurate if the result is from 85 to 115. Your Dexcom testing is also considered accurate if the result is from 85 to 115. Now you are comparing the results from the finger stick and the Dexcom. Let us imagine if your finger stick testing is 85 and your Dexcom reading is 115. The difference is 30. The difference between the two can be as high as 35%. I'm going to give you another example. Let's say at a moment your real sugar is 200. Your finger stick results can range from 170 to 230 and still considered accurate. Same thing to Dexcom. If it gives you a number from 170 to 230, however, if you compare the finger stick to Dexcom and the finger stick give you a number 230 and the Dexcom give you a number of 170, the difference between the two can be as high as 60. The following is my recommendation to my patients. For your specific situation, you have to discuss with your own doctor. Severe high or low sugar can be deadly. My recommendation 1. understand the difference between the finger stick and the Dexcom. Try to understand the cause of possible reasons for the difference. My recommendation too, try not to compare all the time, otherwise it will drive you crazy because they are intrinsically different. My recommendation 3, try to check a finger stick at the following 2 situations. Situation 1, for any reason you do not trust the Dexcom number. For example, the symptoms and the number not matched. If you have low sugar symptoms but with normal sugar, you have a sudden trend change, etc. As I said, for any reason, if you suspect the accuracy, check your finger stick. Situation 2, your machine prompts you to check and calibrate with or without alarm. Check finger stick. Recommendation 4, for any reason, if you checked your finger stick, and I would like trust more on the finger stick and make decisions on your treatment based on finger stick. If you have any reason not to trust your finger stick either, you certainly need to discuss with your doctor and treat yourself based on your own judgment at that moment. The third reason is that calibrate Dexcom 6 at the wrong time. Please subscribe to this channel. I'm going to make a separate video about how not to make mistakes when calibrate. The fourth reason is that you calibrate using a wrong number. There are lots of ways to use the finger stick glucometer wrong and use wrong numbers to calibrate Dexcom 6. Again, please like and subscribe. I'm going to make a separate video about not to use the wrong numbers to calibrate. What to do? Watch my next 2 videos not to make mistake when you have to calibrate Dexcom. The 5th reason for you to have false number on Dexcom is that you have faulty sensor. Remember, anything man-made can have defects. Do not think it is a prescription and from a reputable company everything is right and free of defects. I do not know the faulty rate, but I know some sensors can have far away faulty numbers. For any reason, if you suspect that you might have a bad sensor, remove it and do not treat yourself on that sensor. You can call Dexcom technical support or customer service. How do you know you have a bad sensor? I am actually not able to answer this question. As I said, for any reason, if you think Dexcom is not accurate, not to use it to treat yourself. For this matter, also visit the Dexcom website about accuracy. I would use the fasting morning sugar, and the Dexcom shows that sugar is stable horizontal arrow, not up or down arrow. If the difference between your finger stick and a Dexcom make your treatment significantly different, you need to stop using the sensor. Some patients insisted on getting a specific number. I would say if your sugar above 100, if the difference is beyond 20%. But as you can see from above, the difference can be as high as 35% or more. It is still considered accurate. Again, for the treatment per se, if the difference between your finger stick and the Dexcom beyond 20%, if your sugar greater than 100, or difference beyond 15% if sugar is less than 100, I would consider Dexcom is not accurate. If after calibrate and your Dexcom still doesn't behave as expected, I would consider it a faulty sensor. If you consistently have such a problem, I think you should not use Dexcom. I would recommend you stay on finger stick. If you want to try other brand, you might try it. I doubt you will get better results. I have feedback from my patients. The finger stick and the Dexcom are very consistent, and the difference between the finger stick and Dexcom is much smaller even during the time when sugar is rising or dropping in comparing some other brands. Again, this is the experience from my patients. I do not have any financial connections with either Dexcom or other CGM companies. Reason 6. You are taking some medications or supplements which might affect the Dexcom readings. Such an example is hydroxyurea. Hydroxyurea is a medication for sickle cell disease. If you have sickle cell disease and taking hydroxyurea, you should not use it. Extremely high acetaminophen, Tylenol, or vitamin C might also affect the sensor readings. What to do? If you have to take hydroxyurea, it is better not to use Dexcom. However, a lot of glucometer, which are also glucose oxidase based, your results can be affected by high-dose vitamin C, acetaminophen, or hydroxyurea. If you want me to make a video on some medications affecting different glucometer, please leave comments below and subscribe to this channel. Reason 7. To cause the discrepancy between the finger stick and the Dexcom. It is not following instruction. Some patients are very creative and use Dexcom in different ways from recommended, which might cause false reading. What to do? Read the instruction carefully and follow it. Attend a class if you have one. You can also like this video and leave comments below. I might make a video on do's and don'ts to discuss in detail what to do and what not to do in using Dexcom. So please subscribe and you will not miss it when I post a video. Reason 8. I found some patients sleep on it, which can affect its reading significantly. What to do? Put on the side which you will not sleep on. Reason 9. You are not a good candidate to use it. Remember, Dexcom is a prescription and to be prescribed and used as a prescription. Please stay in tune. I'm going to list the patients who might not be a good candidate to use Dexcom. If you like information like this and would like to have a book in your hands, please check out my books on Amazon.com.